Hi there, Counselor Sue Johnston, with something to think about. Here is today's little wisdom tidbit. No matter what's going on in your life, remember this: the truth of who you are as a person will stand. Negative words, negative comments by other people will not change the truth of who you are as a person. So the trick is knowing and understanding and accepting who you are as a person, knowing what your strengths are, knowing what your weaknesses are, and remembering that the truth of who you are will stand. Negative words will not change the truth of who you are as a person. So that's today's knitting wisdom, even though it's not involved in knitting, but you can think about it while you're knitting. Let me add to that. So someone might say, wait a minute, somebody has said something about me. It's not true. It's affected how I am. It's affected how I feel. Okay, yes, you feel it. It's affected your feelings. But it still doesn't change the truth of who you are as a person. It doesn't change your character. Now, someone might say, yeah, well, what they said was kind of true. And okay, maybe you might modify your character a little bit. And sometimes you have to be careful because you're modifying your character in such a way that's not really who you are. I've talked to a lot of people, and I've even done this myself, where you tend to act and behave and be a certain way for somebody just for the sake of peace or because you know they like it, but ultimately it's not who you are. Have a good, strong understanding of who you are as a person and live in that. Be true to that. A little example is I'm more inward. What is it called? You have the outgoing personality and the introspective, quiet personality. That's probably me. In a social situation, I'm not the person to go out and make everybody feel good and laugh and tell jokes and stuff like that. But my husband is. He's just that way by nature. That's the truth of who he is as a person. Now, I can do that stuff, and I will do that stuff, but it's not my first inclination. My first inclinations are, cabin in the woods, reading, writing, thinking, meditating, being introspective, and maybe a one-on-one conversation. And I like one-on-one conversations with a bit of depth. Like tell me, what's been going on in your life. How do you really feel about that? And that's why I became a counselor, in a way, because I like that kind of conversation. I like the psychology behind who we are as people. So, back to the main point. Negative events, negative comments may influence you, may touch you, may affect you, but it still doesn't change the truth of who you are as a person. Know your strengths, know what your weaknesses are, maximize your opportunities to have you bring out your strengths, and be true to that. Live in that, okay?